So I was actually a little bit nervous for sales on election day. I thought that I was like, there's no way people are gonna be buying, everyone's too anxious. That ended up not being true. We did like $300. So Sebastian's gonna tell you everything we got, and there's some cool stuff in here.
All right, guys, we are upstairs now. Some of this stuff is actually really cool because we just talked about it in some of our thrift haul videos. So it's like brand new inventory. So it's actually kind of like a fun social proof. So jumping right into it. We literally just picked these pants up like 2 days ago. They're cool pants. There's a little brand. We've talked about it before. If you don't know this brand, you should know it. Really cool thing about them, on the inside, they'll put the model name of their pants on a lot of them. So these we paid $6.50 for, and they sold for $35 within just a couple days. Next, again, something we just talked about on a video, Nike USA hockey jersey. Nothing special. This one did have stains on it that we didn't see before in the first video. So we only got $25 out of it, but again, we paid $6.50 for it, and it sold within a couple days of listing. Another thing, we just talked about this, Under Armour mock neck. These, only grab these when they're in good condition. If they're pilling really heavily, like on the back and on the armpits, just avoid them. These, they sell well, guys. This one sold for $24. Again, $6.50 for this thing. You're gonna hear kind of like repetitive numbers that we pay for things just because we average them out. So I'm sorry if that's annoying. Just to prove our point that anything sells anytime pretty much. Like, we've sold winter stuff in the middle of summer, and we've sold board shorts in the middle of winter. So these are just cool pants. Again, cool, guys. Like, this brand is really cool and people love it. These, we paid $5.25 for these, and they sold for 20 bucks. Now, those we have had for a while, but again, it's like 40 degrees outside, and we just sold board shorts. So it's pretty cool. We just got this. We paid $6.80 for it. I think I listed it like 2 or 3 days ago. It's by the brand Stearns. Let me show you guys the little logo. So they make a lot of boating stuff. You're gonna find a lot of protective jackets and things like that from them. They're gonna make things along those lines, like specifically like towards boating and like being out in the rain and elements and things like that. But this is an older style little puffer vest from them. It was in great shape. We paid $6.80, and it sold for 40 bucks. So not a bad sale. Next, this Marmot jacket. We paid $6 for it, and it sold for 40 bucks. Marmot is a great outdoors brand. If you don't know it, you should get to know it. On these, you can actually come back in here. Let me show these people this. On these types of jackets, when they have like this crinkly liner, a lot of the times near the hood, it will be peeling, okay, guys? So be really careful with these older style shell jackets. Like, they will be peeling and like be ruined sometimes, like to the point to where they're unsellable, you know? So with that kind of stuff, just be careful, okay? Overlook these things. Don't just jump the gun and buy it because it's got a good brand name on it. Okay, we're gonna be wrapping up here soon because Oliver is teething and he needs to take a nap shortly. But we just listed this as well. Got this a couple days ago. It's a plain black Columbia shell jacket. We paid $6.50 for it, and it sold for $30 within like 2 days. So again, not bad. Something that people always overlook in thrift stores is old style like sweatpants and track pants, guys. These are just basic Adidas ones. These will come in a bunch of different styles. These are mesh lined. They could be fleece lined, flannel, like there's a bunch of different linings. So be on the lookout for these. People love them when they're a tapered cuff. If you could find those are definitely the best ones to get. We paid $4.20 for these, and they sold for $22.40. And then last but not least, this Patagonia Capilene layering shirt. You'll find these a lot in hiking towns. It's just like a basic layering base layer for an outdoorsy person. Make sure they're in good condition. Don't get these if they're beat up, guys. Patagonia has been making these for a long time, so you'll see vintage ones and you'll see modern ones. And it'll usually say Capilene on it, so you can literally see it right there. And for this bad boy, we paid $6.50 for it, and it sold again for 20 bucks. So again, nothing here is like earth-shattering, groundbreaking, vintage, cool, like viral, none of that nonsense. It's basic bread and butter stuff. But we still did over $300 in sales from home on eBay with just used clothing yesterday, guys. Like, rewind that and listen to it again. We did $300 worth of used clothing sales on election day from home, doing literally nothing. It's our life. So that's what's sold on Tuesday. Again, it was nothing crazy, but I hope it opens your guys' eyes to like the power of small compounded sales. I mean, doing over $300 in closed sales in one day, that is life-changing for most people. I mean, I don't think there's a person on the planet that wouldn't want $300 extra a day right now just from selling used clothes. If that interested you at all, ResellerJunkie.com. We got a free beginner's course. Anything you want to mention?
Yeah, I mean, back when we were first starting this, I'll be honest, we hardly had any money to source. Like, we were broke, and I was like, okay, well, if we don't have money to source, then like we just shouldn't source. Like, we can't buy inventory right now. I was completely wrong. The way to make money, you gotta keep spending money. Even when times are uncertain, even when sales are slow, you gotta keep investing into that inventory. Now, if you're still not selling anything and you have a lot of inventory, then I would double check the kind of inventory you're buying. But guys, just don't let like the slow times get you down. It always passes. People are always gonna buy clothes. Fortunately, people will always need clothes. So
that's the thing. Again, like, it comes back to what you sell and how you sell. Like, that stuff matters. Like, if you've been selling video games and toys this whole time since Corona hit, you've made a killing. Now, if you've been selling houses and jet skis, you're probably poor right now. But for us, why we preach clothing on this channel is because the steadiness. We hate peaks and valleys. We hate dips and divots and all that stuff. We like steady, predictable money, and that's what we want here. That's all this business is for us. It's not these huge spikes of $10,000 in one day and then it's like crickets for the next year and then another spike. We like to know how much money we're gonna make every single day. Wow, he is getting sad. We're gonna cut this video off in a second. But how we do that is by selling the basics, guys. Everyone passes on the basics, okay? No one wants to just make a $5 profit. For some reason, everyone wants to make a $10,000 profit on every single item they sell.
yeah, you might see somebody, they're like, oh, check out this vintage shirt that I sold for $300. But if you were to ask
Trade me? If you were to
ask that guy, like, okay, but like, what's your monthly sales been? Like, what else have you sold? That people are only posting the highlights. If someone sells a vintage t-shirt, you bet they're gonna be all over social media being like, check out this piece that I sold. But in my opinion, knowing the basics that people wear every day and the ability to have a consistent stream of income is far more impressive than some dude that sold a vintage shirt from the 90s. So your inventory matters.
Your inventory matters, your knowledge matters, all that good stuff matters. But guys, this will all blow over. All this nonsense, like, it seems crazy right now, but I promise you a year from now, it'll be different, okay? Well, maybe it'll be worse, who knows? At this trajectory, it'll probably be way worse. But until then, you should check out the free course, ResellerJunkie.com. You should follow and subscribe, because until the world ends, you guys should really help our little small channel grow and help Oliver have diapers and stuff. Do you want to beg for anything?
Beg for anything?
Yeah.
I have my Venmo down below if you want to send me some money.
If you don't have any money to send us, again, the course is free. ResellerJunkie_ on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe there. Get the behind the scenes and more family stuff. And until then, I think, cheers.
Cheers.
Goodbye.